Hey, what's up YouTube? Yugioh God 1000 here, bringing you a Evol deck build, an Evol tile, whatever you'd like to call it, Evol saw deck build. Now, this deck is really good this format because it's slowed down, it's a lot more control based, and with only one compulsory in your trap arsenal, Evol's Soldier is even harder to get around. So without further ado, let's get into the deck list. Got 3 Evol tile Weslow. Now this is the best Evol tile in the whole arsenal. Flip effect, special summon 1 Evol Saw monster from your deck. So it's really easy to get out an Evil Saw from your deck by just setting this card with its 1900 defense. It's not going to be run over anytime soon. And if it survives, you can then go into ridiculous plays with Zenmeister, flipping it down and then flip summoning with Book of Moon or his effect, etc. And you can really spam the field with this guy. And once you've flipped him up, if he's dead, then you can go and use Evo Force to tribute him off and get another special summon. So really good and must play at 3. Next, we have 3 Evoltile Yugioh, the only other Evoltile that we play. This card, when it's tributed, special summon an Evol Saw from your deck. So we all know the power play with Evo Force and Evo Yugioh to bring out 2 Evol Saws from the deck, which we can go into some crazy plays with it. We got Enemy Controller, and you can tribute summon for Elias to get this guy's effect off. So that's why I run 3 of them as well. And they're the only Evoltiles I run, 6 of them all up. Next, I have 3 Evol Sorceritis. This is one of the best ones to have in your hand, even though that you'd rather your Evol Saws in the deck. It's got 1900 attack, and it can be a big beater. And when it's special summoned by the effect of an Evol tile, it gains 200 attack, and then when it punches over something and destroys it by battle, you can add an Evol tile from your deck to your hand. So really good search power. It makes it really consistent, and must run 3 Serrata. It's the best one to have in your hand. Next run 2 Diplo. When it's special summoned by the effect of an Evoltile monster, you can blow up a spell or trap card your opponent controls. We run 2 of them, and along with our 2 MSTs, it's as though we're running 4 spaces in the deck. So we got some get around that back row fairly easily, and depending on what deck you're versing, you might want to bump the space up to 3, but at the moment I'm pretty happy with it. Next, 2 Evol Saw Volcano. This is the spamming card of the deck. If you special summon this from the deck with an Evoltile, you can then target an Evol Saw in your graveyard and bring that out. And then it's an instant rank 4, whatever you like. And if you combo this with Evo Force and Yugioh, then you can pretty much get out double lag out or double Dogco, etc, etc. So it's really good in this deck, and played 2 of it. Next, for the rank 6, we have Evol Elias. Now, this is to get out Evol's Soldier, which is going to be really good this format. And it's really easy to get out. If you flip summon Weslow and you have one of these in your hand, special summon Elias, Elias brings out the other Elias from your hand, etc, etc. So it's not that hard to get out, and Evol's Soldier wins games. Then 2 Maxi, just to speed it up, put a bit of pressure on our opponent if we're drawing cards, and pretty much gets the consistency even better, and it's always good to draw cards. Next, we run 3 Evo Diversity. This is the pretty much the searcher of the deck. 3 of them. It's like a rota for this deck. You can add an Evol tile or Evol Saw depending on your situation. You can only activate once per turn. So pretty self-explanatory to have that one in at 3. Next, I have 3 Evo Force, which is the combo play with Evo Force and Yugioh. When you tribute 1 Evol tile monster, then you special summon an Evol Saw, and it's treated as though it's special summoned by an Evol tile. So if you tribute off your Weslow, or after you've flipped it, you bring out 1 from his effect and then 1 from this, and same with Yugioh. So you're pretty much getting it 2 if you use this, and if you have a dead Weslow, then you're getting out 1. So it's really good and definitely played at 3. Next, I have 3 Pot of Duality to bump up the consistency of the deck, because if we can duality into a Weslow and then just set it, then it's a perfect turn with some back row, maybe a space, etc, etc. So Pot of Duality is really handy in this deck, and it's good that it's being bumped up to 3. Next, I played 2 MST, as I said, back row hate, and along with our Diplos, you can get rid of it fairly easily. 2 Enemy Controller, again, tribute fodder for Yugioh. Take control of an opponent's monster by tributing Yugioh. Get Yugioh's effect, special summon from the deck, and then you can either attack for game or whatever, or XYZ, etc. So it's really good in this deck. Next, I have 1 Dark Hole and 1 Book of Moon. Book of Moon's amazing with Weslow plays, just to spam that flipping effect, then bring out all your Evol Saws, and then just overlaying, etc. Really good in this deck. Next, we have 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Compulsory, 1 Deep Prison, 1 Mirror Force, and 3 Good Goblin Housekeeping for the traps. Now these first 5, pretty much self-explanatory. It's completely up to you for these 5. This is just my personal choice, one of each, but completely up to your individual. But definitely run 3 Good Goblin Housekeeping, because this card lets you draw 1, and then put 1 card back onto the bottom of your deck. Then when you get to your second one, you draw 2, then put 1 back. Then you get to your third one, you draw 3, and then put 1 back. So you're putting back your dead Evol Saws into the deck whilst plussing off the drawing. So it's really good to help out the consistency and put in those resources back into the deck. Speeds up the deck so much, and it's an amazing card at 3. So definitely run that. Side deck, pretty much your own choice. Doesn't really matter what you put in here. This is just my personal choice, but it's completely up to you. Onto the extra deck, we play 1 wind-up Zen mains. This is just for your dead Weslows if they're either in defense, you don't have an Evo Force, you just want a bit more defensive, then Zen mains is perfect. 2 Evols are Dolka, 2 Evols are Lagia. Pretty self-explanatory. You would never go into a third one of these, so 2 is perfect. And any Dino Rabbit player will know how awesome that Lagia is and Dolka. And this is why this deck is better, because it's now the only way to get out Lagia consistently now that Dino Rabbit's pretty much dead. Then we have 5 Photon Papilloperative, 1 Utopia, 1 Wind Up Zenmeister. This is to do crazy plays with Weslow, flipping it back and forth during the end phase, etc., etc. So really handy card in this deck. Next we have the Dugusser Emerald to shuffle back in your Evol Source for more plays and plussing off that as well, so must have. Then 1 Maystroke, pretty self-explanatory. Gaga Cowboy again, and Diamond Dire Wolf. So pretty much there's a toolbox of rank 4s, which depending on what you own or what you can get your hands on is up to you. Next play 1 Violent Sigma as my 3 level 4 monster in the extra deck. You can either play this or Ouroboros, so the 2 best ones to go for in my opinion. But I just like Violent Sigma because you can steal a monster and then pretty much cannot be destroyed. It destroys their opponent instantly with whatever the type is or attribute. So that's why I like Violent Sigma in that aspect. It's really easy to get out as well. And for the rank 6, Evols are Soldier with the 2 aliases. When this card cannot be destroyed by card effects while it has material, you can detach 1 material to destroy a special summon monster when it comes out. So it can destroy 2 special summon monsters when they are brought out onto the field. And it's got 2600 attack, and it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So it's really handy, really good. Next, the other one, we play Unconstellar M7. This card is like a compulse, so you can bounce back either your opponent's on field or either player's graveyard back to hand. It's got 2700 attack, and it's just that last resort. If our opponent has something we can't get over, then we go for the Constellar M7. So that's it for this deck, guys. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and feel free to test it out. It's really consistent, and it's really good control-based deck, and I'm looking forward to running it again and again. So please comment, rate, and subscribe. But apart from that, thank you for watching.